Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I'm here to have more cool comic book slash film slash story discussion fun. This such topic will be about the vampire Max slash Maximillian from A Vampire in Brooklyn. I will also be comparing power levels of Maximillian as he was seen characterized in comic books and in the live action films. Yes, there is a spin-off comic book edition about the vampire Max or Maximilian as he was characterized in A Vampire in Brooklyn. It's the same vampire lord from that film. And yeah, Maximilian the vampire lord has mind-boggling incredible, enormous vampire powers. He's also a sorcerer, so he's much more than just a vampire as characterized in the comic books and in the live action. And the comic book editions aren't usually in the stores when it's something like that, a specialty item. I don't know why, because of the Vampire Brooklyn editions was made public in the comic books, and me being an avid comic book reader, I would probably read that comic book and collect it. So, but it's not in wide release. Nevertheless, it's something you have to order in some kind of limited release. So in the comics, he's characterized as having Dracula powers and powers that Dracula doesn't have. Of course, in the live action, Maximilian is also characterized as having similar powers as Dracula and other powers that Dracula doesn't have or use. Like, such as in the case, he can shape shift, he can cast spells that can reshape conditions in homes. He didn't do it outside of a house, so he needed a structure to cast that spell as far as it changing the scenery in the home. Like, he made it look like a palace, but it was all actuality a slum, a dirty place to live and hang around. But he transformed it with magic. So Maximilian is a magical user other than him being a vampire. So his vampire powers weren't enough, so he obtained the abilities to use magic. It was characterized in the live action well. He was shown to shapeshift into different people. He could turn into animals. I presume he could control animals' minds and presumably he had all the advanced Count Dracula powers and other type of vampires powers combined. So he was a master vampire, in other words. And I can't forget this. He had the power to turn people into ghouls and goons. You know those type of horror movies where like the horror villain has a creepy dude working for them, and he's usually some kind of deformed character or ghoul or goon, like the bug eaters. Yeah, so he turned this guy in a movie. Maximilian did. He turned the guy into a ghoul, a goon, a dirty, cretinistic character, and he did it with relative ease. So yeah, so he has powers to make different creatures. If you look at his whole list of powers, they add superhuman strength, speed, agility, and we know those are common, advanced, powerful superhero, supervillain powers there. So yeah, Max can also cross over into comic book verses in terms of his levels of power. He can also fight other very popular vampires in terms of matching up against them. He can even team with some vampires against other type of magical creatures. So you get that from watching a movie, his characterization. They tried to make it a bit funny and scary at the same time, and I thought it was okay the way they did that. So yeah, okay, as far as his power levels compared to comic book and live action, he's evenly as powerful as characterized doing those particular feats as shown in comics or in the live action. So either way, Max is a top tier vampire lord indeed. Okay, folks, let me know what you think about this.